nitrogen for our rye cover crop, or the rye that we're going to be harvesting this. We're getting 6,000 pounds of fertilizer today. So I think each scoop is about 1,000 pounds. So we need 6 scoops. So he's got it all loaded with the 6,000 pounds, and he's gonna kick this auger on, and it's gonna go up in here and then dump into.
We picked up was urea, which is 46% nitrogen, which is 46% per 100 pounds. We're going to put 100 pounds to the acre. Some of it has also had some manure on it, as we did it before we planted it. So that will be the extra nitrogen, but typically that's what we put on. And this is our rye, not our ryegrass. The ryegrass we just let grow, and then we'll terminate that to in as a green manure. So this here is for the rye, the cereal rye. Some of it we're gonna chop off. I think probably close to about 70 acres we're gonna chop for cow feed before it heads out. And then the rest of it, about 30, we are gonna leave to go to seed. We'll combine that, and then we'll harvest the straw off it. So that's what we're working at today. They're talking almost an inch of rain in the next couple days, so that way it'll get washed in good. And we do not put any, some guys put a volatate, so it don't volatate, like a sticker on it, but we don't do that because it's going to get washed in right away. If it was going to sit out in the sun, then maybe we would think about it, but not this time of year.
Yeah, so the rye is actually starting to grow, and it won't be much longer, maybe 4 or 5 weeks before we start harvesting the
cover crop that we're gonna harvest. Yeah. I mean the rye that we're gonna let grow.
We're just gonna chop it
before it heads out. So yeah. Rye, a lot of guys don't like rye. A lot of guys like rye. It's a toss-up, and the reason why is because rye has a tendency to head pretty fast in the spring, where some people plant triticale instead. That heads out later, so it gives you more window of opportunity to get it off. I like rye because it's something we can grow ourselves, reuse the seed, and where triticale you can't do that with around here. So,
you don't save the seed.
No.
Or harvest it.
You have to buy that, and rye don't have no patent on it or anything.
So we just save the seed every year.
So triticale, the best of my knowledge, that I think you gotta purchase, but maybe somebody with more knowledge could talk about that, I guess.
Yeah, if you save your own triticale seed.
So, so yeah, rye does really well for us. So, I mean, I'm very impressed with it. And this year we did a new seeding rate of 6 bushel to the acre. And I am really looking forward to seeing if that really increases our tonnage yet.
How much do you normally, what did we do last year?
Normally our drill goes up to 4 bushel to the acre, which is 4 times about 240 pounds to the acre, 230, 240. And we were really happy with that, but I'm experimenting this year with going to 6, which would be 350 pounds. It really looks nice and thick. And with our no-till drill, which is a 750, we had to double drill it. So yeah, it's a little more work, but I'm curious if there will be an advantage to yield or not. So,
wait and find out.
Wait and find out, and we'll show you.
Oh, we've got a project going on right here. We're making some changes to this pasture area and to this area. This is kind of like an outside lot that our dry cows could go on, and that led them out to the pasture. And we've decided to make some changes and make this driveway come all the way through. So Ethan's gonna kind of dig out this sloppy area where the cows normally stand. It gets pretty sloppy right in here because of the last rains we've had and everything. So he's gonna clean that all out. We're gonna put a new foundation. We're gonna concrete this area all the way to the driveway here, which leads us to our commodity area. I'm gonna bring the excavator in and just clean this all up. He did a little bit more work over here. I can bring you over by the pond and show you what he did here. So this is our pond area where all our gray water goes, all the rainwater, all the cleaning water from the parlor. Everything flows this way off of our farm. And last night Ethan was working on cleaning out this area. It gets full of sand. We use sand as bedding, and after a while it starts to build up here. So every year or two we clean this area out. And so he did this last night. Opened this area up. That's where our tile comes from the barn and everything. Cleaned that area up. Yeah, it just kind of gets murky and muddy around here, and so keeps things moving. This pond we irrigate out of, so you've probably, if you've seen any older videos, you've seen us irrigate out of this pond. It's not a pond for fish or anything, although we do get like frogs and turtles and things, but no fish are ever been planted in here. So we have a lot of plans for changes, especially with the barns this year. Kevin's over there opening up the curtains because it's starting to be a beautiful day. Lots of plans. I'm not going to share those plans in this video. You're going to have to wait until another video. Ethan's cleaning out this pasture area. Well, it's just kind of, it's supposed to be called a dry lot, but it's pretty wet right now. He's cleaning this out. He's actually dumping it into that dump cart, and he's hauling it into the pasture where they'll level it out later. Just small loads because that dump cart can't handle too much, but a few scoops. Kevin's got the fertilizer all spread just in time because it's starting to rain. You can see the clouds, rain clouds. So he's gonna back that in the shed there so that the fertilizer spreader doesn't get water in it, because I think it has just a little bit more fertilizer in it. A new day, and it's sunny, and hopefully it's gonna be a beautiful day outside. I've got a lot of things I'd like to get done outside, so I was hoping for a really nice day to get working on things. And the majority of this whole week has been cold and cloudy and rainy, and so today is sunny and I'm going to enjoy it. So this morning I rendered some suet and I made some tallow with that. It's cooled and it's become a solid mass, and so now I'm going to put this in my stand mixer, and we're gonna beat it, and I'm making whipped tallow, and this is great for skin. I'm going to add a few different ingredients to help with skin. So this is the first thing I need to get checked off of my to-do list for today. I had this in my refrigerator getting chilled since that goes faster that way. This is what it looks like when it's all beaten up and it's really fluffy and airy and very well whipped. So all you have to do is take very little amount, put it where you want it, say on the back of your hands. If your hands are really dry, it's really good for just dry skin in general, but you can also put it on your face, and it just feels so smooth and very nice and very healing and very nurturing to your skin. I did add a little bit of essential oil to it, just to help, because sometimes you can get the odor of tallow, which isn't a bad odor, but the essential oils and even a little bit of olive oil, but I used avocado oil because I feel like avocado oil is almost a better oil for your skin than olive oil, but that's neither here nor there. But I did put a few drops of peppermint oil in this just for fragrance. You do not need to do that though. And this can sit on the counter at room temperature for 4 or 5 months, and it will last in your refrigerator for at least a year. So yeah, that's tallow. All right, now I got that project done, so we'll move on to some other things. Good morning. Got a whole bunch of little girls born. We've had quite a stream of heifers born the last week or so, and these are 3 of them. They're thinking that they're gonna get their milk here shortly. And then last night we had twins, and they're like almost identical. They're both girls, and both are doing very well. They're just taking a nap because they already got their colostrum this morning. So yeah, those are cute. And Kevin just put a new bale of hay in here for the maternity pen, so they are enjoying the fresh bale. But over here we have a new one just born. He's a little boy. So cute. Just born. He's sleepy. So since he's just born, we have to go through our protocol and dip its navel and give it all of its vitamins and such. And Mom did a good job. Doing some cleaning. We've just gotten a whole lot of rain, so we've got to get everything cleaned back up. This here is the mom that had the twins. But yeah, oh, that's good hay right there. Let's just take a moment and listen to cows eat. So I gotta get some straw for my chickies, and I was gonna cut this bale. Maybe I'll cut this bale. So gets me every time. Alright, now I'm going to take this to the garage because I am getting my new little chicks. The chicks that I hatched, they're going to graduate into a bigger area, so I need to bed that before I put them down. This is how much mud we have today. all the rain that we had. This week has just been a really rainy week. Here's the chickies. They're 1 week old now, and they're starting to put on their feathers. They're all doing very well. I think I have 13. I think that's how many actually hatched. Yeah, that's how many actually were fertile in this batch. Everybody else, well, there was one that was fertile and it died right early within the first week and a half, I think. The first time I candled it, it was, it had the veins and everything growing, and then this next time, you could tell that it had died. I'm planning on doing a second batch of incubating eggs here next week. We lose power on Saturday, so let's see, you guys are seeing this on Sunday. Tomorrow night, Saturday night into Sunday morning, we are losing power for about 7 hours, and I didn't want eggs in the incubator at that time, so I'm waiting until the electric comes back on. It's just something that the electric company is doing, probably fixing something or routine checks or whatever, but we're gonna move them out of this container and put them over into this container. I have the warmer, that's warm, a bigger water, and the feeders. I have a feeder here, and I'm gonna put this feeder in there also, just to give them more. And I'm also using straw. The last video I talked about these pellets. Excuse me, girls. Well, I don't even know if you're girls or guys yet because I haven't checked. But I use these pellets. I talked about these pellets in the last video, but I didn't think they were very comfortable for the little chicks. So I put the pellets down, and then I put straw on top of it, and it seems to be working that way. All right, let's get these girls moved over. Girls and guys, hopefully more girls than guys. There we go. Now they're all gonna hunker down, but over there is where their warming plate is, so hopefully they figure that out here shortly. If not, I'll have to gently persuade them to go that way. Somebody's loud. Is this you? What will you be so loud for? Let me try to get them to go that way a little bit. Here, quit roosting up here. It's not roosting time. Yeah, I have a couple under there, and I was hoping everybody else would follow, but they got really quiet. Well, Kevin's in the excavator again today. We've had haven't been using the excavator lately because of all the rain, but it's sunny today, so he thought he would take this tree. It's an old hickory tree that died a while back, and so he's gonna take that down, and one of these days I'm gonna cut it up and we'll use that for firewood. But you can see the remnants of Sydney and Ethan trying to build a tree fort in that tree. This is like the only tree that we had when we first started the farm, and so it was the biggest tree. They tried building a tree fort a couple different times, I think, and that's all that's left of it now. So we're taking the tree out because we're gonna eventually expand the silage area this way. So we're gonna probably be pouring concrete here this summer, and yeah, it's almost a blessing that the tree died on its own a few years ago. Otherwise we were just gonna kind of work around it and leave it up. What's the 101?
I don't know. I've never done it before.
Wow.
So what I did. Oh,
Look how dry it is down there.
I dug on 3 sides of it and just pushed it over. So, but if you notice, there's no root. There's no real root here.
So the roots all went off to the sides.
Yeah.
They don't go down.
No, the only big ones I cut were like on
the sides.
Yeah, on the other side. But this is almost like a, I don't know what color clay that is. You want some?
No, but that's gray clay.
Oh.
That's some crumbly clay right
This is some real crumbly clay. So.
You made pottery out of this.
Yeah. There are the trees down. We'll have to.
I'll have to cut it up.
Well, I wanted to. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that fun for you?
Never done it before, so.
So it was fun?
It was interesting.
I'm not sure. I think he wants to get some of that dirt off of the stump. Or he just wants to play. Yup, that's playing. Oh, that's dangerous for me. So last week, this is Mackenzie and Seth's car, and last week they hit a deer, did some front end damage. So they're down a car, but you making a lot of racket? So they're down a car until Sydney gets it all fixed and put back together, and he's hoping this weekend to have that done. It needed a new radiator.
It's pretty much getting a whole new front end. They hit a deer pretty much dead on center, totaled the bumper, the lower bumper, put a nice dent in the evaporator and in the radiator. Or not evaporator, condenser. There we go. We can get all the HVAC guys excited.
So replacing that, got a new bumper, got new headlights or brackets.
Wow, it's pretty much all new everything up front.
So hopefully not have it back together in a day or so.
Mabel's checking up on it.
Hi, Mabel. Oh boy.
Yes. Let's love one another. Share the love. She has to inspect to make sure he's doing it properly.
It's normal, that dog.
And you are working on this fertilizer spreader, getting the last. Is that how that goes?
Well, that's.
It twists like that?
Yeah, it's a Echo runs it's a double-sided belt.
Oh.
It's not just one-sided, so it can run both ways. I'm just trying to get it. Sometimes I have a brain fart as to how it goes. Then my wife comes out, and then I remember.
Oh, good. You remembered.
Yeah, so it's got to be, because it's grooved on both sides, so we gotta.
Yeah, but it looked like it was.
It's got to get the grooving right.
Yeah.
So it's got to be rolled right.
There you go.
I still don't know if it's right.
This here don't look right.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Basically.
Okay.
Here comes Sydney. So basically, yeah, I got the spinners back on. I got to put the stainless steel paddles on yet. And I'm waiting for a new stainless steel chain that drives this gear. The stainless steel chain goes from down here around this little pulley over this and back to that. And that's what engages them to either work or unwork, or don't work or work, however you want to say it. So I'm just kind of putting the finishing touches on it. We got a couple decals we got to put on it yet. But,
And then it will be ready
be ready to be used.
for some farmer to purchase it and use it this spring.
Yep. So that's what we're working at.
That's what it looks like so far. Ethan Ethan did a good job painting it.
Yeah, I gotta get a new PTO shaft for it. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
All right, I'm out.
You're out. All right. Have fun. So it's sometimes the little things just take a while to do. It seems like, because you can flip it over and put new frame in it really fast, but then it's all them little details.
The final touches take a long time.
Yeah.
So it's been his rainy day project or snowy day, depending on the winter.
Yeah.
This winter it's been more rain, but now we have sunshine today.
Yeah, a little bit, starting to. That's what's happening.
Thanks.